Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Um, you're welcome to my channel. Very pleased to have you guys on ground. Don't forget, this channel is now monetized. So if you want to show your support to our work, we really appreciate use the super thanks, super stickers to show your assist. We really appreciate you all. Alright, with me here I have a Nokia phone. One thing about Nokia is a really nice product. It's a really nice product. Yeah, it's actually giving a lot of technicians money. Make technicians will attest to that. It really got enough of cash on it. Right from 2010. It's actually 2010 I begin to learn how to fix repair phones. 2010 Nokia was the only phone available. Yeah, it's the main phone available, not the only phone, it's the main phone available. So the most interesting part of Nokia then was the mouthpiece, very easy to fix. Then the ringer, very easy to fix. Then flashing, very easy. Then you have to buy all those box of cable. I don't know, my box of cable is still in my archive. In case you would need it, you can indicate. I'll send it over to you. So that's how on and on Nokia has always set a pace. They actually set standard for every other phone to follow, I believe. But one thing about them that I stopped appreciating is that they tend to relax too quickly. Yeah, they tend to relax too quickly, especially when Android came up. They tend to relax. But I still see most of their products making wave. So this one is actually bought Nokia. I guess is 105 range. Yeah, 105. This model of a phone has a mouthpiece problem, and the mouthpiece itself has fallen off. It's like the phone fell down from the owner, so the mouthpiece has fallen off. So I can't trace it because it's difficult, very difficult to trace. So I wanted to pull out this to see if I can easily fix it. Yeah, I pulled out the protector. As you can see, it was perfectly removed. Yeah. So I pull out the protector. When I pull out the protector, I find out that there is no resistor. There is no resistor connected to the mouthpiece. It's a very difficult work to do. There was no resistor connected to the mouthpiece. One of a kind work I've seen for a while. Actually, I'm not gonna tell you lie. Nokia phones that I know is very easy when it comes to fixing a mouthpiece, especially if the interface pulled out in the process of fixing it. But this particular one, bro, it's actually very difficult. Because when I pulled it, I was expecting to see a resistor. Look at me looking confused. So confused about the whole thing. I just needed to trace one or two components to show that there was a connection somewhere, but every effort proved abortive. Sincerely, every effort proved abortive. Though unlike me then, then when I started, bro, this phone I must fix it. This particular phone, it's a must. I must fix it. Come with me, yeah. Then I don't know, things changed, man. Things changed probably because of experience in the work and a lot of challenges that come with the work. Customers' attitude. Customers' attitudes can make you change. Yes. Then we used to fix phone to prove a point that yes, this phone can be fixed. You prove it that yeah, somebody somewhere can fix this phone. So for that reason, if a customer gives you a phone, you have to put every effort in it to make sure that you get it done for the customer. But most times, when you're fixing their phones, you encounter challenges. They make you pay. Their tone of voice changes. Their action toward you changes. So everything about the whole repair stuff changes. And when it goes to that stage, bro, you yourself that is putting effort to get tired. So in any event such occurs again next time, you have to be cautious. You take precautions to make sure that you don't fall into such traps. So instead of you struggling, trying for a little while, putting more effort, you just give it back and wait for the next client. Alright, back to the phone. If you look at the phone very well, you will see the mouthpiece interface. The mouthpiece interface actually has the negative remaining. The positive has been wiped off. The positive pulled up from the interface. So I tried tracing it. I only saw two lines. Two lines from the mouthpiece interface to the point where the protective cover started. So when you saw me scraping stuff from the board, I was trying to make it open, excavate that particular part to make it open. So I tried to open it, and after opening it, I used my meter on it. A lot of people can easily tell you this is a solution to a phone immediately they open it because of the mind's eye. They look it straight. In fact, they can read from the invisible wires of the board. When you look at a board, you see that there is always a connection from the point at which you are working from down to the point that you want to work from. What do I mean? There is a starting point to every component in the phone, which implies that, for instance, you have a display IC issue. There is a connection and there is a point of start where it was actually arranged before moving it down to the screen. For instance, there is a water damage, and maybe the water damage affected some of the lines that were put together to produce the display. You find out that this display will stop working. So what you will do is remove the IC and do what? Run the connection of the display, then watch the phone working again. So that's what's happening here. There is actually a point of contact to the particular component of the device that is leading to the function of that particular element. For example, let me say mouthpiece is an element, screen, elements used on the phone. Alright, those elements, before they start working, things must be put together in order for them to start working. So those things that are put together comprises of the component and the integrated circuit. So those integrated circuits put together is linked down to the element which generates or works on that particular action that you need it to create. So like the mouthpiece I have in my hand, it won't just work without combining the components, the ICs together. So after combining those things together, you draw a line where you put the element which will facilitate the working of those stuffs. So that is how you come about all those elements put together to create a phone. So what I did here, I tried to take the mouthpiece direct from the source. I didn't bother putting it on the mouthpiece interface because it has pulled off. So I pick it up from the source. If after doing this stuff it did not work, the only thing you would have done again is trace it down to the board to see where the ICs are and use a connection wire to run it from the IC. But me, I don't have that strength. Immediately I fixed this mouthpiece and it didn't work. I just have to package it for the owner, because even the money the person is paying is not even enough for me to go through all those stress again. So I left it for the person. So in case you encounter something like this and you want to still push through, what you do is either you go online and check for a video or a picture that already shows this kind of work. If there is anybody that have been able to encounter it, then you trace it from the components down to the mouthpiece interface. So if I have to take a case study of this mouthpiece in my hand as an element, every other part of the phone, let me say they are considered an element, then you have to connect it from the point of the IC to the element in order for it to work. So it's actually a step that you need to take in fixing phones like this. Of course, Nokia is a wonderful product. From time to time, this is how we talk about videos, stuff about phone repairs. We're not perfect in it. We only talk what we know. The rest that we don't know, we have other professionals. Yes, there are a lot of professionals who fix phones. They will tell you more. Please don't forget, in any way you want to support our channel to push it to the greater heights. I know if we have other means to do it, we will. Thank you.